Is there a simple way? And the answer is, yeah. You got to care about how you feel enough that you're willing to find the thoughts that feel good to you. That's the simple way. And once you really get that, once you really understand that when you feel good, you are in sync with who you really are, then everything that you're looking for comes. You're not looking for an answer, and you're not looking for a solution. You're looking for a pleasant path. And having a goal, a solution, or an answer might be the reason that you're willing to focus on your path. Never-ending questions and never-ending answers and never-ending problems and never-ending solutions, never-ending progress, never-ending motion forward. And when you finally accept that, so that there's not such a big gap between where you are and that solution that feels way out there, but there's appreciation that that solution that is way out there is inspiring stepping onto the path right here. And when you make peace with the never-ending, always unfolding path, which requires saying things to yourself and really meaning it, like, I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm really doing good, and I'm doing the best that I can do, and where I am is just right. And there's not some outside judgment wanting me to be someplace that I'm not. Where I am is where I am. What is what is. Where it's at is where it's at, and here's where I am. Here's where I am, but here's where I am, and this is how I feel about where I am. That's what matters. And if you can start feeling good about where you are will just keep feeling better and better and better and better and better and better and better. If you can just find a way to feel more fun and to feel more free and to feel more happy and use every trick in every book that you can find to bring yourself to that, then what you're going to begin to notice is that you're happy, you're happy, you're happy, you're happy, you're happy. You feel good, you're happy, you have clarity, you're living life the way you intended, and life is so delicious under those conditions. That feeling of utter freedom, that feeling of being free, that's who you are. That's how you were born. That's the way you are meant to be. But it's a vibrational adjustment that is necessary. Then the conditions will conform. And after a while, you'll find yourself eagerly moving through all kinds of activities and all kinds of experiences. But in the absence of resistance, you're free-flowing, so it always feels good to you, you see. It's not about what you do. It's about the vibrational frequency you're standing in while you are doing it. That's what life is always about, you see. So instead of measuring yourselves with others about who's doing the most, oh, that person only works that many hours and that person makes way too much money per hour, and that, instead of measuring that, if you will just measure the happiness factor, you will figure it all out. Some time ago, we offered a focus wheel. The idea of the focus wheel was you make a statement of something that you want and you write it in the center of the wheel. And then you make statements and you write them around the outside of the wheel. But the statements that you make aren't to try to believe what's in the center of the wheel. They are statements sort of kind of about what's in the center of the wheel that you already believe. And the analogy that we offered is like the merry-go-round on the playground. Esther had one at the grade school when she was growing up. And she and her friends played on it all summer long. And they noticed that if they got on the wheel and the wheel was going really fast, and then someone tried to get on, they rarely could. Bounced them right off in the bushes. The momentum of the wheel was such that they couldn't get on. But if the wheel was slow enough, they could get on and then speed it up. And then they had such fun with the faster and faster and faster momentum. This is really what we're talking about here. You want to slow the thought down enough that you can get on and then speed it up. The thing that is most important about this conversation is that you speak often about things that you want that you already believe. We're not asking you to make statements that you don't believe. That'll just throw you off in the bushes. And there's no value in that. You'll never get better at that. But if you can slow it down enough that you make statements that you believe, and you can focus on those statements that you believe and not introduce resistant thought to them, then those thoughts, because law of attraction is responding to them, those thoughts will gain momentum. And when a thought gains momentum, hear this, we're defining something for you. When a vibration of a thought gains momentum, it becomes more powerful, and that's when manifestations begin to occur to you. So if you just take some simple thought that you believe and Don't mess it up by trying to make it more complicated than it needs to be, or by trying to change the way you feel about something. If you just take a simple thought that you already believe that matches what you want to know, that thought in and of itself will become bigger. What about that? Isn't that just amazing to know? All that effort that you've been offering from a place of trying to overcome something, no wonder you get tired, because you're bucking your own current. But when you take a thought that doesn't have resistance in it and you just allow it to sit within you, that's why meditation works. That's why there's such power in meditation. When you quiet your mind, you stop thought. And when you stop thought, you stop resistance. And in the absence of resistance, only resistant-free thought will flow to you. That's why you start feeling. That's why emotions start manifesting within you. That's why you start feeling movement. In the absence of resistant thought, all things are possible, you see. So then the big argument that most humans have had about that is, I don't want to stop thinking. I want to be a thinker. We want you to be a thinker too, but we want you to get on your high-flying disc before you think. We want you to get into the vortex before you think. We want you to prepare your vibrational atmosphere. We want you to set yourself up for the thoughts that feel good when they come. We want you to be your own thinker. We want you to think about all kinds of things, but first and foremost, we want the thought that you think to feel good when you think it, period. Problem-solving thoughts. Oh, I think I'll think about this problem. I think I'll think about this problem. I think I'll think about this problem. That doesn't feel good. When you think about a problem, think about a problem. Don't think about a problem. But when you think about a problem, you get that sort of funny feeling in your stomach when you think about the problem, because you're introducing resistance to the answer that's already culminating within you. The problem and the solution, the question and the answer, are simultaneously within your reach. You've just got to decide whether you're tuning to the solution or to the problem, you see. And so, if you care about how you feel, and we know that you do, and if you want momentum to increase, and we know that you do, if you will give yourself a break and not try to figure it out all at once, say to yourself when you get up in the morning, this is going to be a fun day. There'll be lots of evidence of this. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to overthink it. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm overthinking it already. I'm going to be easy about this. This is easy. This is easier than I have known. These things I know. I know that I'm a vibrational being. You do. I know that I live in a vibrational universe. I'm coming to know, I could say that I believe that I'm an extension of source energy, and I believe that I'm here to come to my own personal conclusions about what I want. I know that I've launched some rockets of desire, and I know that I'm not vibrationally up to speed with them yet, but I know that I can be. And I have a hunch that getting up to speed with them is the fun of life. So I'm happy that there are things that I'm not up to speed with. I'm happy that there are things still for me to become eager about. I like this idea of never-ended eagerness. I'm going to give myself a break. I'm going to be easier about all of this. I'm going to accept the goodness of my being. I'm going to watch for the evidence that source is with me. I'm going to watch for those times when I'm in a sort of neutral zone when good ideas come. I'm going to be more of a feeler of my way through this than a thinker. I'm really good at thinking. I'm really, really good at thinking. You are. You are a powerful thinker, which means you can get the wobble-free momentum going easily, or you can introduce wobble to it easily because you focus powerfully. You've been a problem solver for a long time. Now we're wanting you to, for a while, just be a problem avoider. And by a problem avoider, we mean a good feeling finder. We want you to teach yourself that law of attraction is responding to you.